Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. David T. Kramer here. Just want to share with you today my wife's recipe for lentils and also talk a little bit about my motivation for eating the way I eat. This is how I'm going to eat my lentils today that my wife prepared yesterday. I had them left over from supper last night. I also had some rice left over from lunch yesterday. And so what I did was I put the lentils and the rice on top of some sprouted whole grain bread. So I made an open faced sandwich. And then I put on the side here, I put some steamed kale and some no salt added beets, and then a little bit of sauerkraut here on the plate as well. And so that's what I'm going to have here to eat in just a little bit. But I wanted to show you the recipe that Suzie used to make these lentils. And she took some onions and a small red pepper. She sauteed that in a pan. She added a teaspoon of coriander, a teaspoon of cumin, 1 cup of lentils, half a can of rotel, and 1.5 cups of water, and a half a teaspoon of salt. Cooked that up until the lentils were done, and then we had that yesterday evening. And this is what I'm going to have today for lunch. I'm going to have those lentils on top of some sprouted whole grain bread in like an open faced sandwich, as I said a while ago. Okay, so now, what motivates me to eat a plant-based diet? Well, did you know that astronauts and presidents have to have a coronary calcium CT scan? And when I heard that, I was like, dang, I think that's something I ought to do. And it turns out that Wesley will do this for only $100, which turns out fits my budget pretty well. But when I got my results, I was a little bit depressed for a couple of days because my coronary calcium score of 1699 Agaston units was calculated, and it put me into the 90th to 100th percentile for people my age, for males my age. And the big thing here, it correlates to extensive athrosclerotic plaque with a high likelihood that I have at least one significant coronary narrowing. Well, that scared me. What do you do about this stuff? Well, I consulted some of the best doctors in the nation. Dr. Baxter Montgomery in Houston, Texas, Dr. Dean Ornish, and Dr. Caldwell Esselstyn from Cleveland Clinic. Dr. Baxter Montgomery is a cardiologist who has, like Dean Ornish and like Caldwell Esselstyn, have actually reversed coronary artery plaque buildup. And here's a photograph, or an angiogram, I should say, of one of Dr. Esselstyn's patients. And I'll just read you the caption here. It says it's a coronary angiogram of the distal left anterior descending artery before and after 32 months of a plant-based diet without cholesterol-lowering medications, showing profound improvement. So, if you want to know why I eat the way I do, it's because I want to get the same kinds of results, and I'm hoping that it works out that way. Let me read you another quote here from Dr. Esselstyn, which I think is pretty profound. He says, some people think plant-based diet, some people think plant-based diet, whole foods diet, is extreme. 500,000 people a year will have their chests opened up and a vein taken from their leg and sewn onto their coronary artery. Some people would call that extreme. I think that's pretty cool. It's a nice quote. I like that quote. And it helps keep me motivated to do the things that I'm doing, which includes not just eating a better diet, but also exercising. So anyway, There's my wife's recipe: onion, small red pepper, teaspoon coriander, teaspoon cumin, 1 cup of lentils, 1/2 can of rotel, 1 1/2 cups of water, and half a teaspoon salt, cooked up until they were done. And boy, this will taste good. It tasted good yesterday evening. These are leftovers I'm having today, and I know they will taste very good today as well. Okay, well, that's all I got for you now. See you later.